Coconut. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Venture Maidens. Again, a full cast here. This is just so exciting. Venture forever. Oh my gosh. We love you.
I'm so
I did remember specifically because you shamed me last time.
Come on, that's like an ancient ritual.
I know. I'm sorry. Well, we're back and I did it right, so we are blessed, which means we're going to have a fantastic episode. So welcome everybody. My name is Celeste Conowich and I will be your dungeon master.
I'm Brittany Quintero. I'll be your moon elf, warlock Arnadel Ithil.
I'm Katie. I will be playing Farah, your tiefling sorcerer, divine soul.
Cleric. No.
I'm not a cleric.
Just kidding.
Clerics are squares.
I'm not a cleric.
And I'm Nassim, and I am playing your sizzling human monk, Sayanur.
Ooh, sizzling. I like it.
Very saucy. And I am Kara Brynhilda, your beautiful dwarven barbarian.
Yes. Welcome back, everyone. So now we have 4 people to help do these recaps, which I feel like is a special gift. So let's just do it. Let's just dive right the hell in. What happened last time on Venture Maidens?
It was a triumphant return of Arnadel,
Yes!
as we had gathered up into the in our special box in the audience of the grand tourney, waiting to cheer on both Duke Ravain and our noble Kristoph as they would begin the joust, which was the long-awaited event after 3 days.
Yeah. That sounds right.
And then poof, Arnadel came. And we're like, hey girl, oh my god! So much has happened.
But also, so much has been happening to Arnadel. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been up to?
Well, prior to waltzing into their special box, me and Aaron and his ragtag team of misfit ruffians.
Space pirates?
Yeah.
We were on the hunt for the Nagpa. There were 12 or 13? 13. 13?
13 sounds
13,
right.
yes.
Yeah, 13. That sounds about right. They were nasty. I mean, if anybody's seen the Dark Crystals, like Skeksis, horrible mages that I had to hunt down and kill. Otherwise, I don't know if they were looking for me or what, but yeah, the Raven Queen spoke and I came through and made it happen. You just don't ask questions, you ask how high. And in the meantime, become friends, more than acquaintances with Aaron's homies. That was cool. And like your boyfriend, you get to become homies with your boyfriend's homies. That's tight. So Arnadel got that and to slay some shit with Aaron. And then we knew it was time to come back because we'd gotten rid of all of them. And then we're like, all right. I was like super excited to see you guys. Like, you have no idea. Also, you might hear AJ whining in the background. I apologize.
Oh,
he's 17, blind and deaf, and it's about dinner time.
Oh, poor baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's when we discovered, when she got back, that we have the worst neighbors and they'll stand next to us.
That guy.
Rude.
Kept trying to fucking shush us. We're those loud bitches in the theater.
What?
Saya is like in the background, really embarrassed with like a giant anime sweat drop on her forehead. Like, I'm so sorry, everyone.
It's a fucking sporting event. What
True.
in the shit are you supposed to This isn't golf. This is what is it? Jousting, for shit's sake.
Yep.
Yeah.
want anyone's attention.
I just want to enjoy the game. Uh-huh.
Blend.
And then what happened?
Oh,
So we all kind of caught up. We hugged and we talked a little bit, and Farah and Arnadel talked a little bit and introduced each other. And Gidget was super cute as usual. And then
Farah and Gidget were drunk.
yes, they were. And then the jousting began, and there was like this giant green guy with green armor and a green horse who didn't give a fuck.
He gave 0 fucks. You could tell that with detect magic.
to the point that we needed to detect. We're like, what the fuck is going on here? That's not. And then we looked.
Yeah, because he destroyed that pretty boy knight.
Explosively. And then we were like, oh, he's the only one with like bamfed amounts of magic coming off of him. Everybody else has got a little something, but this guy is like off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, didn't it also look like he barely even touched the guy too? Like,
Yeah.
guy
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind
It
of
was like a butterfly kiss, and he
Yeah.
got knocked off of his horse with a butterfly kiss.
Yep.
And he died.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. He's
And
super
Kristoph was
dead.
up next.
Yeah.
Died?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I did
Right.
not catch that. I did not realize he
They
died.
dragged out a cart to take his body away.
Yeah.
A lot of stretcher during football games if you sprain an ankle. We don't
Yeah.
know.
Have you watched a men's soccer match?
All
The,
those big fucking babies. They
Also-
would need a cart.
You saw the clerics come over, like lean over the guy and look at each other and go,
They crossed themselves.
and then picked him up.
Well,
It
viewers
carted him
learned
away.
something while we did.
Wow. I mean, I was detect magicking, so like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and so Kristoph is up next.
And we're all waiting with bated breath to see what the fuck happened.
who do we have our superiors there with us?
So right now, so let's dive in. Yeah, so that is exactly where we left off now. The scene as it is, you are all currently in the box for the Sisters of Sorrow. After all of you had reunited, you are also joined there by Valerius, Aaron, and Gidget are currently the only other members of the Sisters of Sorrow that are with you. And you had just seen, this Green Knight just completely decimate this pretty boy knight who clearly was like a local favorite. From the way the crowd is reacting right now, everybody is like stressed out, like whispering to each other, like nobody recognizes this strange knight who's taken the field, who you had determined last time is just completely like charged with magic. Him, his horse, everything about him is just covered in magic. And as this had happened, they had announced that Kristoph, Lord Commander of the Sisters of Sorrow, was next to face this mysterious Green Knight.
I want to nudge Valerius in the ribs, like gently, and be like, did you see that?
My dear, I think everyone saw that.
No, I mean, did you see it?
Yes, there's clearly some kind of magic going on with this.
Do you recognize anything like that? It's like,
I mean, my best guess would be some kind of enchantment, perhaps some kind of artifact is causing this. Yeah.
I look over at the other guy. I'm like, did you guys he's cheating? What do we got to help our dude out.
Valerius, you're Mr. Manners. How do we get somebody to stop this shit? That's not cool.
Good call.
Yeah, and he's like, if the Tsarina, and he points over, and the Tsarina's box again is presiding over everything. So she is like right there at the center point where the knights meet, right, looking down. If the Tsarina hasn't called a foul of any kind, there's not much we can do. It's up to her to stop this.
Guys, I have guidance. What if we give a little like silken kerchief for good luck to Kristoph? What do you think about that?
I mean, we can try, but that guy's fucking dead.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes all you need is one grain of magic.
1d4 of magic.
One grain can tip the scales.
Well,
I don't know.
is there anything either you magic people can do to help him out? Like,
That's all I have.
I can do a lot of explodey things.
That's
can't do
not
it to
what-
it.
Wait, I
That's
can
not.
The Green
But
Knight.
I don't think that's allowed.
dispel magic. Of
I've got that. I can do that.
You'd have to get
Can we
close
double
enough
up?
to touch him, or 60 feet range, is it?
Alistair Fitzpatrick.
We have that, and
Touch
it's
spells.
It's not a touch spell. Wait, no, it is not.
No, it's
it's
60 feet.
120
Oh.
feet, and I can distance spell it and get it 240. How close is he?
So the arena in front of you is pretty large.
I'm Touch you with guidance.
Let's see. How big
But,
is
like,
it?
It'll come out as a friendly hug.
Because I guess it would be about the size of probably like a tennis ball court is probably like the main field, and then you've got these like large arenas around. So you could get him probably within. He's on the far side, so if you moved around like the audience stands, you could get him.
Okay. Who wants to get popcorn with me?
Oh my god, I'm so hungry.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go fast.
Let's go.
Let's go real fast, real fast. Yeah, and you climb out of the booth, and Valerius and Gidget, are just sort of like holding things down. Again, like you cannot be drawing too much attention to yourselves, like as you. So is it just Arnadel and Farah moving?
I think
Or
Cara's
everybody?
coming too. Cara's coming for popcorn.
Saye, are you coming with, or what's the play?
No, I wanted to ask Valerius if Kristoph already had any kind of like protection from something catastrophic happening to him.
If I stay close enough to him, I can prevent the worst from happening if it does. But I need to stay within range of him.
Okay. I don't think it would be conspicuous or inconspicuous if I came with all of you, so I'm just gonna hang back.
Mm.
All right. And Valerius is definitely kind of distracted as he's talking to you. He's like eyes locked on Kristoph, like, and the situation, trying to assess what is happening here. Like, clearly very nervous. And Aaron is very much doing the same, like, as they're observing this situation. And as the rest of you begin to move through the stands, so you have to climb down out of your box area, and then right in front of you, there's this ring of, like, like where the peasants are, so the people who don't get to sit, in chairs. So you're, like, kind of making your way through the crowd of, like, general standing room. And people are definitely, like, they're freaked out, they're talking to each other, they're starting to get really antsy. So you're having to push your way pretty forcefully through this crowd here. And as this is happening, the guy who's been doing all this, the pomp and circumstances, he's announced Kristoph, and he says, "The Green Knight," on the other side, and you see the Green Knight, like, steps up to that jousting position, and the whole crowd is like, "Boo, boo." Now, they've decided that they do not like whoever this nameless knight is. Yeah.
For green eggs and ham.
Yeah, and you see Kristoph on the other side in his slightly, dinged up armor. It's like, he walks the circle around the field as they do politely, and then he moves in to take his position here. Why don't the three of you who are moving closer try and give me either athletics or acrobatics to try and speed up this process, because there are just people, like, in this crowd.
15.
Oh, cool.
I got a 16.
Okay. Kara?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. A 10.
A 10. Oh, okay. So Kara, you're shorter than everyone, and it's like super hard. And also Arnadel and Farah are really like tall and stringy, so they're just like weaving through people and like getting so far ahead of you. And Kara, everywhere you go, especially in your ceremonial armor, you were just running into everything. So you quickly fall behind. So Arnadel and Farah, you are zooming ahead to the other side here. And like just as this trumpet is sounding, bah, 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 and they're about to go and trade blows, you get within 120 feet of this knight.
And
Right.
I'm gonna grab your arm and guidance.
Okay. And then Farrah's just gonna be like, "Woo!" Like she's like sticking her hand out to cheer, and she's gonna cast Dispel Magic at 5th level.
Ooh! Oh shoot! Okay, 5th level, you say? Let me see. So that I got.
Oh, that's only on ability check. God damn it!
Or attacks, I think, as well.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's
I
just a
usually do.
fucking ability check.
All right. So
Never mind.
Farah.
Well, if Farah has to make a roll, then that's an ability check.
Okay, well then there you go.
So Farah does not. I just made a roll. So you reach out with the threads of your magic there, and you are trying to. Has Farah cast Dispel Magic before?
Not in this game, no.
All right. What does Farah do to do that?
I think that she just kind of reaches out, and just the thinnest threads reach out, and they start pulling at the threads of magic on whatever the target is, and starts to unravel it.
Yeah, cool. It's like you're getting in there with your seam ripper and you're trying to like take apart this magic. And as you like reach out your senses to do so, and something you've done a million times before, this magic woven around this being is ironclad. So much to the fact that you don't really think it's a spell, so much as you're pretty sure there's an artifact of some kind involved in this, and like this thing is just not budging. Whatever this is very powerful.
Okay. Yeah, she reaches out to do her magic, and then suddenly she just goes, "Fuck," and looks back in Arnadel and is like, "Nope."
And the sound of hooves hitting that pavement very quickly begins to happen as the sound of the horn, and you see the two jousting towards each other across the field. So at the same time, the Green Knight just deftly, lowers this malicious looking lance from last time, and you see now, because you're on the other side, you see Kristoph charging towards you, and it's very scary being on this side, like this perpendicular of jousting, because it's like they're coming at you. And as they lower their lances,
okay, before you do that,
yes,
I want to use Gift of the Future.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so impose disadvantage on the Green Knight's attack?
Before you announce the result of a roll, so that's why I'm like, wait!
Nice. I love it.
Gift of the Future. I don't know what the specs on that. That doesn't have to be a touch. It doesn't specify touch.
No,
or...
you just, you basically, you look at the future and you just change something to make it just a little bit different. So it looked like the Green Knight was just going to aim true, like at Kristoph as this happens. But Kristoph, in the end, like just leans to the right, just ever so slightly. So the Green Knight's blow becomes glancing and bounces off of his armor there. And yeah, his javelin smashes full force into the chest of this Green Knight. The Green Knight does not move an inch, but Kristoph's lance shatters into like hundreds of pieces as the wood splinters, as if it's just been like hit a train. And the two pass by each other again. Yeah, Kristoph with his ruined lance on this side, and the Green Knight seeming not affected in any way.
Ugh.
Saya's chanting, "Cheater, cheater, cheater," and trying to get everyone around her to do it.
Nice.
Make
Who's
a
Who's the Green
persuasion
Knight
check.
championing?
So the Green Knight is flying just a solid green banner, which means that he is not declared where he's from. He doesn't have a house sigil. He's not aligned with one of the seven. It's very, very strange. It's also strange as like how he got into this competition. There's a lot of question marks.
Yeah.
I got a 14.
Okay.
If I can hear her start chanting that, like Farah out amongst all the other people, I was gonna be like, yeah, cheater, cheater.
So, Farrah, I don't think you can hear it. Now you're on, like, the full other side of the thing. So Saya's voice is, like, going and going and going. And some other people, like, kind of turn around in the crowd and, like, look up to you in the box. And they, like, look, and they seem to think about it. But also it seems like everybody is scared. Like, since this night is undeclared, that means they could be working for any of the 7, right? So people's fear seems to outweigh their brutality.
I scared. Cheater! Cheater!
And now Valerius is going. It's like, put a hand to his face. It's like, okay. So you see Kristoph circle back. They do, both of the Green Knight and Kristoph do that little circle trot around the bottom field. And people over by where Kristoph are seem to, like, give a half-hearted cheer. Like, you survived. They have no other option to root for at this point. So he's getting a little bit of vamping from the crowd. The Green Knight just absolutely dead silent. As the two square off and you hear, second bout! And the guy with the flags, like, waves them in the air and puts them down, and the two begin to charge towards each other again.
I feel like
anything before I roll me?
Yes, if this asshole's gonna be cheating, I'm gonna be as discreet as possible, and I want to cast. Wait, before I even offer, let me. Oh, that's not. Never mind. I wanted to. Not close enough.
We're gonna do some rolls. Okay. All right. So you see the two meet in the center of the field, and this time fate is not on Kristoph's side, as this lance just absolutely destroys, like full crushes, like his chest. You see that part of the lance actually travels through his armor and like impales his arm on here. So you see that the tip of the green lance actually breaks off with the impact of this blow, and you have no idea how Kristoph stays on the horse. You see his whole body like racked back and forth as he like slumps forward on one hand, grabbing the reins. And just a glancing blow on the knight, like with the full impact, there's no way he could even hold on to the lance. It falls from his hands. And the crowd, again, is now they're like, boo. And you see Saya, a couple of people in front of you are like, cheater! 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 And so you have a small little section here that's like starting to get into it. But other people, it goes like 6 or 7 and then kind of dies away as everybody's squared off, and there's definitely like a ooh from around the stadium.
That's a pretty good indicator. We should maybe spread the seed that Saya has planted.
Spread my seed.
Yeah, let's take it and run. Let's be like, hey, we might be able to like get this thing going. We clearly can't cast anything, obviously. Like
no, that shit was real whack.
So I'll grab your arm and like at the shrillest, loudest, like cheater, cheater, like we're chanting that over and over.
And I'm like nudging people like around me too to like, yeah, come on, get into this. This isn't fair.
Give me persuasion checks. Let's see if we get the crowd up.
All right, charisma people, let's go.
Oh, I got charisma for days.
And I still have my guidance on me.
Performance.
So that's a 29.
Mine
residual guidance.
I suck at math. That's 18. No. 16.
Okay. Yeah, so you are definitely getting traction. Yeah, people turn like scared that you like suddenly you're like, and they're like, oh, yeah, cheater,
fuck this
cheater,
guy.
And people start like yelling like from all across the stadium here as people are definitely getting riled up here, and the two are circling around once again, and you can see Kristoph is swaying like in his seat. He's got a freaking piece of wood that's like through his shoulder right now at this point, but he seems to like hold his arm like at his side, and he switches the lance to the other hand.
Ambidextrous.
Yeah, he clearly is not in good shape. And Valerius at this point is basically he looks like a cat, like with his like fingers like on the edge of the rail, and he's totally like standing up, just absolutely fixated on Kristoph in this moment. And at this, in the crowd now is yelling, "Cheater, cheater!" And you see the Tsarina. She stands up, and she holds a hand out to the crowd, and everybody who sees it just. It's like almost all of you two. You feel the impetus to be quiet, almost like. It's like if your mom told you to be quiet. Like there's just like a weird psychic like
your mom used your 3 names and you're like
it's like you've been caught in the floodlight sneaking around like and so the crowd falls silent. And the guy holding the flags like waits and then looks up at her and sees if she's going to do anything else. And she doesn't. She just sits down in her chair, so regally. And then the guy with the flags, "Final bout!" And he flies the two flags and drops them down, and then the horses begin to charge once again towards each other. And yeah, Kristoph like seems to barely be able to keep that javelin, like that lance lowered. Any hot moves?
Yes. I think last minute Farah's just like shit, and like her hand burns a little bit and she just like winces and closes her eyes a little bit, and I'm gonna use my Gift of the Weaver.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. You're giving it to Kristoph?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So as these two are charging towards each other, and Kristoph's horse too is faltering just a little bit because its rider is so unsteady, it's trying to counter out the balance here. It's like you all see suddenly, but you don't really. It's like Kristoph's lance moves. Oh, did we lose the stream?
Our thing dropped.
Uh-oh. 1 second. Oh, it says reconnection successful. Oh, I think we're back.
There we are.
We're back.
Hi, everybody. Well, you should be back right now. It looked like my OBS just decided it wanted to reconnect for right now. Everybody good. Okay, sweet. I really love cliffhangers. Sorry. That's just what it is. So it looks like as you cast this on Kristoph, his lance seems to almost vibrate. It's like all the potential movements it could take happen at once. At this very strange schism in time. And you see that lance, it rings true, and it hits this Green Knight, like, right at the throat area between, like, the helmet and the base. And the knight actually, like, reacts this time and, like, goes backwards as if they have actually taken a hit. But simultaneously, the Green Knight just catches Kristoph once again, like in that other shoulder there. And you actually see Kristoph's helmet smashes to one side, and like the front piece of it like flies off. And you can see Kristoph slumps, and like his body is basically only being held onto his horse right now by his like saddle constraints as he moves past. And the Green Knight just seemed like a little bit phased. And they continue to trot past each other. And yeah, Kristoph is clearly maybe unconscious, out of it, whatever. And at this point, both Aaron and Valerius hop over the rail and begin to run towards where Kristoph is. And the Green Knight now holds up a fist to the air, like in a sign of victory. But the whole crowd just, boo, cheater, cheater. They start up again immediately, having seen all of this. And the man with the flags is waving. He's like, Green Knight! Green Knight!
I want to start throwing shit. I want to pick up like a can off the ground or something and just like, I want to instigate like a tomato throw.
Yeah, so sure.
People
Start like tossing some trash onto the field here, and you see that Aaron and Valerius have made it over to Kristoph, and they are like helping him off of his horse. And then you see the man with the flags actually runs over to where Kristoph is, and like kind of like looks under his visor. He's like, "He's alive! We have a draw! We have a draw!" And like waves the flags back and forth. And I would like you all to make either perception checks or insight checks on the Green Knight when this happens.
Ooh, 17.
Uh,
17 as well.
Ooh, 22.
Okay. Yeah, so as the crowd, now they hear he's alive, it's a draw, and people like switch from the booing to like a yeah, and they're like sisters of sorrow, and people are like and it's like wild as this happens. And you see the Green Knight, his shoulders like tense up, and he turns his horse like towards where Kristoph currently is, like with Aaron and Valerius. They're like basically holding him up, but Kristoph is a massive man, so he's like shuddering under their weight. And you hear this booming voice echo out from this knight who you haven't heard say anything yet. Victory, no matter the cost. And he takes his lance and runs full speed at Kristoph.
No! I'm gonna fucking react.
Let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Yeah,
I think sounds about right.
No,
yeah.
Not a single one of us is letting that shit go down. Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. All right.
Oh,
I got a 15.
I got an 8.
16.
Okay.
22.
Wait. Let me get a better piece of paper.
All right, I need to turn my lights on my room.
Actually, 23. But...
Well, okay.
Woo! Combat! Everybody back together! Yay!
Oh no.
All right, we're gonna have to go through this one more time. Okay. Saya, what'd you get?
I'm at 23.
Okay. And Arnadel?
17.
Okay. Farah?
No. Sorry, 15. I suck at math. 15.
I think I got an 8.
Okay. And Kara?
16.
Okay. Alright, I have some people to roll for. Okay. Luckily, this big boy is pretty slow. Or Kristoph would be super dead. I'm gonna have Aaron and Valerius go on the same initiative. SOS. Sweet. All right, so Saye, as you see this happening and the Green Knight like turns and you see the horse like strike the ground and like begin to move, it is your turn up first. You are the first one to react. You feel like maybe Kristoph, Aaron, and Valerius haven't noticed this situation happening yet since they're all wrapped up in trying to get Kristoph like standing.
Then I want to spend a key point to how far am I from them? And then in the box?
So in the box, you're not very far from where they are right now. I'll give it like 60 feet to like the cluster of the three of them.
Well, then I think I still need to spend a key point then because I want to dash or jump to right where they are and like push them out of the way or launch them out of the way as a bonus action. Or well, I guess that's not the bonus action, but getting to them would be.
Yeah.
And then push them out of the way.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, so you can go ahead and I guess you're going to use the key point to dash, which is going to be your bonus action to dash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and then as you appear there, they're like, "What's going on?"
Move.
And they do, and they like,
and I'm like, get out of the way, get him out of here.
Yeah, so they look, and they hook Kristoph like under both of their arms and begin to drag him. So they're moving. On their turn, they can move him.
Okay. Then I guess that's. Oh no, I didn't attack.
Oh, you have two. You have a standard action. You have a movement action.
Then I want to ask if any of the junk that was thrown into the ring had like water or drinks or some kind of beverage liquid that had like seeped into the ground because I want to use my attunement to freeze it and create like an ice slide so that the horse like fucking falls down and slips.
I love it. Yeah, people totally threw a bunch of like, because everybody had like nasty beer and like, so there's all kinds of like liquid and gross like sugar drinks all over the place. So hell yeah, go for it. I love that.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
She gets into like superhero stance, like low crouch to the ground and like digs her fingertips into the dirt and like blows onto the ground. And it just like from the tips of her fingers, you can see the ground just starts frosting and solidifying.
Hell yeah, I love it. Yeah, so this
Yes.
this slide of like frost appears on the ground here, and the horse is just unknowingly charging right towards it. I love it. Anything else for your turn? We'll call that your standard action to do that. So your attack action or whatever. So you have some movement if you want to use it.
I could try to attack him, but
I'm gonna say that takes like your standard, so you can't do an attack, but you could move if you want.
I'll just try to move and guard them as they're trying to get Kristoph out of the way.
Yeah, you're playing defense as this is happening.
I totally think Nassim deserves inspiration for that.
Okay, you're right. Take inspiration. You're right.
Thank you.
All right, and then Kara, we are at you. Currently, you are like halfway between where the box was and like where Arnadel and Farah got to, because you've been pushing your way through. So you are currently closer to the knight than you are to Kristoph or any of them right now.
Oh man, seeing this totally badass thing that Saye does, she shouts out onto the field, "Hey, Green Knight! Nice to meet you!" I get it.
Oh my god.
And then she is going to run as fast as she can to get as close as she can to the Green Knight, just using her movement and her action to dash.
Yeah. What is your movement? You'll be 80 feet, was it? 30?
It'll be 70.
Okay. Yeah, so you can charge towards him. So you go and you like hop the fence and you make your way into the center arena here. But he was still pretty far away from you, so I'm gonna say he's like 30 feet, but he's also like on this trajectory. He's gonna like blow past you.
Yeah,
here.
totally.
Yeah. But you are on the field.
Woo.
All right, and yeah, now the whole crowd too is just like, what's going on? Everybody's like, ah. But most people are just fascinated by what's happening here. All right, and then Arnadel, we are at you. So you are still 120 feet away, exactly, from this bad hombre.
Okay, I was just looking at the different things that I can do. I'm going to cast good old-fashioned Eldritch Blast.
Nice. It's a classic.
Always good.
Don't fix it. I wanted to do Murder of Ravens, but I can't figure out what that. Oh, there it is. Fuck it. I want to use that. That's tight as fuck. Okay, Murder of Ravens. Starting at 6th level, I'm able to bring forth my Raven Queen's messengers to our aid, and I can manifest those assholes from the Shadowfell, and they do 2d6 plus charisma damage to that one target. And they occupy the same square space as the target and dissipate after their attack. So basically it's going to get bamfed with a bunch of ravens.
Ooh, what's the range on that?
Am I 15 feet away from him?
No, you are 120 feet away.
You did say that. I'm clearly I have extraordinarily selective hearing. So sorry. Eldritch Blast it is. And then after Blast is cast, I'm going to run forward so I can do that spell because I really want to do it. So I get 2 ranged attacks, and we're going to roll. The first one's going to be, where's my skills? That's going to be a 14 to hit for the first one.
That is not going to hit. That just bounces off of this thick green armor.
Definitely not the second one. So I go pew pew, and it goes ding ding, and then I run. I want to run as fast as my little elven feet can take me to get closer to him.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you hop over the fence. You get 60 feet closer. So now he is 60 feet away from you.
Sick.
Okay. All right, and then true to their word, both Valerius and Aaron will take their actions to drag Kristoph so he gets on the other side of the jousting barrier. So there is no way this charge is gonna hit Kristoph. It looks like this knight now is just determined to hit you, Saye, as the target. That is right there. All right, and then Farah, we are at you, 120 feet away.
Cool. So I'm gonna hop over and move as far as I can, which is only a measly 30 feet. But then I'm going to cast Firebolt at him.
Nice.
And that's a 17 plus 9, so 26.
That will hit.
Nice.
Oh
I
my
would be
god.
incredibly concerned if it didn't.
Yeah, we'd be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's 10 points of fire damage.
Okay. All right. As fire hits this knight, it doesn't seem to do anything. It just like runs into this green armor and seems to almost get absorbed.
The fuck?
I have a. Okay, go.
Yep. All right.
Great.
And
Cool.
then it's my turn. Sweet. All right. As if on cue or perhaps in reaction to your firebolt, the Green Knight like puts up a fist, and you see he becomes encased in fire, both himself and his horse. Just like this shield of fire begins to grow around them. So now he is like a flaming, jousting like machine of death that is heading down the field right for you, Saye. So as they are running and the horse is charging and you see the lance is lowering to like hit you square in the chest, suddenly the horse lets out a and like slips, like as a hoof like steps onto the ice, and you see just like the momentum of this thing is just like terrible. The horse like stumbles and like total full movement stops, and like the lance gets dropped on the ground as like this fire encased knight is like trying to get control of his steed here. So they stopped 30 feet away from you. And
Hell yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, you successfully, but I will say the fire does melt your ice, so that was a one and done sort of thing. But yeah, the Green Knight is totally encased in armor. You can't see his face, but you get the idea that he's probably not happy with you. And Saye, we are up to you, 30 feet away, encased in fire.
I want to run to his javelin and pick it up.
Yeah. Okay.
His lance.
Sure, yeah, his lance, it is heavy. It is very long. There's like 7 feet long, considered, yeah, definitely a two-handed weapon. You can pick it up.
And I want to charge him.
With the lance? Okay. So
I think you get disadvantage when you're not attacking on a mount with a lance, just as it's written.
Yes, so you would get disadvantage and you're not proficient in it.
I feel like it'd be the only thing that could pierce whatever magic is on him right now.
That's real, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can definitely try.
I doubt it would, but would my inspiration cancel out the disadvantage?
Yeah, it would.
Okay, so just a regular roll then?
Yes.
Plus strength or dex?
Strength. For sure. This thing is brutally heavy.
19.
Okay. The lance tip shatters against the armor. And the knight seems unfazed.
It's the armor.
Okay. Yeah, you see. Yeah, so clearly the lance doesn't have any kind of effect. But you learned something.
Yeah, at least I destroyed his goddamn lance.
Yes.
I feel like he could probably pick up like a branch.
Aha!
Turn it into
but as you do hit him with the lance, let me see here. Yeah, okay. Fire travels up the length of the lance as you see this shield like kind of bursts from around him, this flame shield here, and I'm going to need you to go ahead and take 8 points of fire damage as the shield bursts and injures you.
Whoa.
Fine.
Okay, anything else for your turn?
Is it possible for me to just get rid of his fire? Just be like, no.
No, because it's magic fire.
Okay.
It's an avatar. Okay.
I want to get his armor off him somehow. Can I knock him off his horse? I'm gonna try and knock him off his horse, or knock down his horse.
Right?
The horse is also green like him, and kind of has like,
And also covered in fire.
yeah, and also kind of has demon-y looking eyes. Now that you're up close, you're like, ooh,
Is it a nightmare?
it is not.
Well, there's really not. I can't touch him then.
Is this? Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna keep playing defense for Kristoph. Make sure they get out of there.
sure. I mean, the knight is definitely now focused on you since you've been trying to attack him.
Okay.
So you are doing that. Okay, and then Kara, we are up to you. So now he charged forward. He moved 30 feet forward.
I say he's about 60 feet away from me.
Yes.
All right, she's going to use her her movement to get up there, so 35, and then she's still gonna have to use her action to dash to get over there. She's hauling her little buns.
Yep. Holidays.
They about to be toasted buns.
Hell yeah. But now it looks like he's not going to be moving, so that is good news.
Ooh, and then she is going to use her action surge. Oops. Her action surge.
There you go. There's a one.
Ha-ha! And she is first going to use her bonus action to rage.
Of course.
Then she will take out Sword of the Lady and
Yes.
strike it upon this man.
Upon thine fiend, sir, fall,
Ha! Whoops, that's not.
thou
Okay.
devil-worshipping buffoon.
That's a 27 to hit on the first one.
A 27 will hit. Yes.
And on the second one, that is an unnatural 20.
That just hits.
Yes!
20 is the number.
Whoop, whoop. All right, she's going to do 22 damage in total.
Okay. Owie.
And that is her turn.
Okay, yeah, and as you are like striking this knight, you do encounter like skin, so you can tell that like you are doing something to this knight. It's just, I mean, his armor is super thick and like, but you do draw blood, and it is red.
Interesting. All right.
Okay, perfect. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and Arnadel, we are at you. So now you are 90, or nope, you're back to 120 feet away.
Okay. I want to do I don't know what I want to know. I mean, I guess Arcana. I want to see, is this a revenant is the first question that I want to know.
Interesting.
So
make a check.
Arcana. Okay, that's not terrible. That's watch me struggle with this. 24.
Okay. You know that this creature, when Kara hit it, bled red blood, so you know it's not undead. Whatever this thing is, it seems similar, like a badass, like fuck you warrior. But you're not thinking undead. Also, undead probably would have had a really hard time sneaking in here, like with because you've seen clerics around.
Okay. All right. That's a good. All right. I guess I wasn't paying attention to the clerics. That was just like the first like jump conclusion. But now my next thought is going to be that perhaps he's, well, hopefully cursed. She's going to run the 120 feet. I'm not going to be able to clear that in a dash. I'm going to Dimension Door.
Woo, yeah.
Get in there. Hell yeah.
I'm going to Dimension Door.
Get me up in that shut. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so you can pop right by him.
Yep, I get over there. And then so that's my action. I'm just gonna scream at him. Like,
what are you screaming?
I just say hey, but like that blood curdling, like where your throat kind of chokes on itself, you know, like not a flattering one.
Yeah.
Just shrill and ear piercing.
Yeah.
Attention.
He seems to like he like kind of turns his head, but also he's in like full plate armor, so he can only turn his head like a tiny bit and like looks at and then resumes like watching Saye. But you screaming. Okay. And then all right. And then it's at this point, now that Aaron and Valerius have like drug Kristoph off the field here, you see 2 arrows fly at the Green Knight. Oh my gosh, natural 20, Aaron.
Nice.
Okay. Yep, 2 arrows. True, into that like center point that was hit open like by where Kristoph's like blow took it.
Super hot.
Yeah. So Aaron gets 2 good shots. And you hear Valerius start screaming, "An amulet! He's wearing an amulet!"
Oh, okay.
Sorry, letting the cat out. Go away. Too intense for the cat. She had to leave. Okay. Great. And that is what Valerius is doing on his turn. Okay. And then Farrah, we are up to you.
All right.
Hunter the 20.
Brenda, I think she like stops for a second, puts
Yeah.
her hands on her knee, and she's going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level at him.
Nice.
Nice.
So let's see if I hit before I get excited. Okay. So that's a 12 plus 9, so 21.
That will hit.
All right. All right. Wow. Okay. 18. 24. Wow. Okay. 29 points of damage, radiant.
Radiant?
Yeah. 6, 6, 6, 5, 3, 3.
That's gross.
Nice.
I don't like that at all.
Guiding Bolt is badass.
Yeah.
And the next attack on it has advantage.
What's Farrah's color for that?
It's always gold, baby.
I'll go, baby. So the Green Knight lights up like gold. It's all Christmas up in here. Yeah. So he's encased in gold light. And you see him like react with pain. For those of you who are closer. So he's definitely feeling these hits. Okay. And then anything else?
No, not this turn. I'm coming though. I'll get there.
All right. So now, Saye, that you are here and you have taken away his lance.
I'm also there because I hit him.
Oh yeah, you did hit him too. Let's see. Let's see who he goes for. Let's roll a percentile die. Oh wait, Katie, you roll me the percentile die.
Yes,
You wanted to.
finally.
As a note, Celeste, is Saye within 5 feet of me?
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Noted.
97.
Okay. We're going for Saye. All right.
I will use my reaction and I kind of like stand in front of Saye and hold up my shield and I give him disadvantage.
Oh, but all right.
Kara, protect me.
Kara,
protect.
Kara, attack. But most of all, she won chicken snack.
Okay. So I rolled a 15 and a 16 with disadvantage. So a 25 or a 26. So is a 25 going to hit you, Saye?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh boy.
Oh, I tried. I'm sorry.
You like throw your shield up, Kara, but his blows are so powerful that it just like wrecks, like even you like have to stagger back and lose that that advantage there. Saye, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me as this blade bites into you.
Oh no!
Not good at those. Oh, 21.
Okay. You, as this sword strikes, it definitely hurts, but you feel this very, very odd sensation, like something terrible almost happened to you. It's just,
I can't be poisoned.
It's not that. Way worse than that. But you're fine, so it's good. I'll tell you later, in case it doesn't get you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that is going to be 8 slashing damage on the first one. He gets a second attack. Is this still at disadvantage?
No.
All right, and then a 26 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. And then that is going to be 11 points of slashing damage. He gets a third attack.
Nah.
Does a 17 hit you?
No.
Okay. Then the third swing misses, but he gets 2 solid slices on you. Okay. All right, and then that is his turn. So we are now at Saye.
Okay. Now that I know that he's hurting and can take damage, I'm going to get out my crossbow.
Okay.
And
So you
because
are...
is he still on fire, right?
He is still on fire.
Yeah. Crossbow.
So I will say, if you are within 5 feet of someone and you shoot them with a crossbow, a ranged weapon, you will be attacking at disadvantage. Unless you have the, like, archer feat or something.
Yeah.
The ranged expert feat.
And I'm gonna then, but will he get he'll get an attack of opportunity if I dash away from him first.
Yes.
Can you also can you use key to disengage, or can rogues just do that?
I can do that. I can disengage, dash, or jump with key.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
But either way he gets an attack, doesn't he?
Not if you use your key to disengage. That's how you avoid that.
So it's like you do a sick backflip so they can't touch you. And they're like, whoa.
All right, then I'll do that. Spend another key point, I disengage, and then I have to spend my action to run away. Yeah?
You can use your movement to move as far back as you want, and then you can use your action to attack.
Okay, then we'll do that.
Okay. And as you
Encyclopedia.
run, he says, running away. How brave.
Oh, coming from a cheater?
You can't tell if he has a reaction to that. He's got a full helmet on. All right.
Also, you have an advantage on this because of my guiding bolt.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So then, once I'm far enough away, I turn around, and then I want to get my crossbow out.
Sure.
And pew pew.
Go for it. And you have it with advantage because of Farah's guiding bolts. So go.
Boys.
Okay, good thing. Oh, great thing. It's like 26 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Nice.
And D4. Boom, with 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I want to take another attack.
Do it.
Pew pew.
This one is not at advantage.
Oh, okay. Then it's plus 19 to hit.
That will bounce uselessly off his armor.
Okay, then that's it.
So you are all peppering him with arrows. He is getting wounded. This is happening. Oh my god. And Kara, we're up to you.
Oh boy. So first, Kara, she's going to swing in again with her sword, and she's going to make a goading attack. So let's see if it hits. That is a 21.
Yes, that will hit.
All right, and then he has to make a wisdom saving throw with the DC of 16.
Okay.
And if he fails,
Yep, he failed.
then he has disadvantage on making attacks at everyone else except for me.
Okay. He lets out like a groaning, growling sound.
He knows I'm gonna be a pain in his ass.
But his as you hit him, his fire shield explodes again, and I need you to take 13 fire damage.
Gladly. Boop-a-doo, ba-doo.
Oh my god, for every attack? Oh man, I should have been hitting you a lot more.
13. Whoops. Oh. Oh, Jesus. 13. Damage. There we go. Sweet. All right. And then she is going to swing in again with her second attack.
Do it!
Oh. She's going to use her gift to get a reroll.
Just kidding.
Oh, way better. That's a 27.
There we go.
Excellent. And then she's going to use her bonus action to make a third attack.
Okay.
Oh, that's only a 15. Okay.
So, since you hit on the second attack, take 12 more fire damage. The shield explodes.
Awesome. I will eat this.
I love it. Awesome.
9, 10, 12, 13 plus 25.
Woo! That's not great. You see that while the armor itself stays immaculate, you are definitely like causing blows that should be hitting, like destroying it. But the Green Knight does seem to be growing weaker as you are throwing these swings.
Yes.
Okay. Arnadel, we are up to you.
I'm so excited to use this Eldritch Invocation.
Yeah.
How far away am I from him?
So you moved 60 feet in, so I think you're 60 feet now.
I'm
Yeah.
60 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sick. I'm going to run 30 feet
Mhm.
because I get my movement.
Yep.
So I can get closer. So now I would like to be 30 feet away from him.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast Levitate on the fucking locket around his neck.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, spicy.
Okay.
The one creature or loose object of your choice that you can see, it's a fucking necklace, right?
It
Depends on how loose the necklace is.
It is worn.
Is it a choker?
No, it is worn, and you can't see it, which means it's worn under his armor.
I'm curious now.
So
Because Valerius is powerful.
All right. So I'm going to cast Levitate on him.
okay.
Gonna knock his off. I'm just gonna levitate his ass right off of his
All
horse,
right. What
and
is
then he's gonna be hanging out 20 feet above his horse.
so what is the
I'll
save?
levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds,
Okay.
and he has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, he's probably good at those. I hope he's
Alright.
not. Fuck
I
you!
hope he's not either. If he's not, maybe I should just include the horse. Actually, maybe I should
Horses
cast it
are
on the
heavy.
horse.
Horses are real heavy.
I mean, 500 pounds.
I think the horse probably weighs more than 500 pounds.
Probably,
It's a
yeah.
giant
All right,
war
him.
horse.
Okay, him.
So, since this is a magic effect, he gets advantage to resist it.
This guy eats his Wheaties.
Alright, so that is a 19.
Is he shredded?
He's buff. His Wheaties, shredded Wheaties? Are you fucking... fucking
combo!
That was a
Beat a
combo
nice-
pun, and I hate it.
The con save had to beat a 17.
Yeah. So you reach out this magic, and it's just like whatever is affecting him or whatever. It makes him also super resistant to magic. So your spell just dies away as it gets close to this knight. Ooh. All right. Okay. Then we are back up. More arrows coming from Aaron. Okay. So he misses with one, hits with another. And a bunch of magic missiles come out from Valerius's hands.
Pew pew pew!
6 of them.
Noise.
Okay.
Valerius is strong as hell.
All right, and then Farah, we are at you.
Cool. Okay, so I run another 30 feet.
Yep.
How far away am I now? That's 90 feet.
Yes.
So how far away am I from this man
You
at this point?
wait.
I ran 90.
Yeah. Okay. So you were 120 to start. Then you've run
Okay,
90.
so
now
30
you're-
more.
And
I'm
he
30
moved
feet
30, so he is 60 feet away from you. Same as
Okay.
Arnadel.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to use a sorcery point
Okay.
to cast Mage Hand
Okay.
at 60 feet away from me
Got it.
and try to get the fuck in there.
Try to to get it in
I
his
am getting
boobies.
handsy.
Get all up in there.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Oh god. Okay. What do I even have? Okay, +3. That could be worse. All right, 15, 18.
Respectable.
Roll me a
ain't no
percentile
rogue.
die, Katie, and get under
Yes!
under an 80%.
Fuck, I got an 87.
Oh.
So you shove your mage hand down the breastplate of this knight, and he stops and kind of like looks at what's happening here and is like swatting like at your magic hand. He's clearly not very smart. And you see the hand does like reach up and pulls out of his armor here. It is like this thick emerald green crystal that's been like wrapped in a bunch of like golden and silver cord around his neck. And so the mage hand like picks it up and like it goes to tug and like he grabs it with a gauntleted hand and like shoves it like back into his armor here. So now you're like the hand is like wrestling but can't stand up to like the real weight of this man's hand. But you now see it.
Cool. Great. So, I can cast a spell if my first spell is a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to be like, fuck, and I'm just going to cast spiritual weapon.
Yep.
And I'm just going to try to just cut at him with my spiritual weapon scissors.
Your big scissors? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's 26.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's 3d8. That's 7 plus 5 is 13 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
This knight is visibly swaying.
What has this Tsarina been doing? Just like sitting there watching us battle on the field?
Oh yeah. Intently.
What's her deal? She's so weird.
Oh.
I don't
in
like
fact,
her.
If you take the time to look and throw a glance up at her, she is sitting on the edge of her seat right now, like watching everything that's happening. Her albino cat also like watching over the field.
Right.
And she has a white gloved hand up that's doing like a hand raised gesture. And you see that the guards at her side are like watching everything that's happening.
Oh, she's holding them off.
She's holding them off.
This is interesting. Man, and she's related to Isolde. I doubly don't like her.
Yep.
2 strikes, man.
You don't know what's going on. You don't know my life. All right, so that was Farah's turn, and so now we are at the Green Knight. All right, well, you've been goading him, Kara, so you seem like a logical choice.
At me, bro.
He will. He's got his sword in his hand, and he is gonna swing at you. All right, is a 21 gonna hit you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that one will hit, and I need you to go ahead and make me a...
Oh! I'm gonna activate my shield so that my AC becomes a 24.
Then it does not hit! So it bounces off of your spark shield.
Beep, beep, beep.
Okay. Second attack then, 22.
Nope.
Alright, third attack. Okay, 26.
That does hit.
Okay. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Gladly. Whoopsha. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. That is a 19.
Okay. Again, you feel like something really bad almost happened to you, but it does not. It's so cool, but that's okay.
I can't wait to hear about it, hopefully, after this fight.
Alright, so that'll be 9 points of slashing damage. Just nothing to you in your raged state. Okay, and then Saye, we are back up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to cast Hold Person and paralyze him.
Okay.
He has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 16.
Alright, so he gets advantage on this. Ooh, yeah. That's gonna be a 19.
Okay then. It didn't work, so I'm gonna try it one more time.
Okay. You're burning key point to do this, right? It's like hold the wind or something? Breath of the wind? I don't know.
No, it's one of my spells. One of the things I don't need to. Well, actually, yeah. Hold on. I can't remember how much it costs. And it doesn't say. I think it's something like 2 key points. Yeah, because it's a second level spell. So 4 in total, and now I have 3 left because I spent 2 earlier.
Okay. You gonna try and do it again?
Yeah. So another Wisdom saving throw of 16.
Still at advantage. I rolled a 17 and a natty 20. Sorry, kids.
Dang.
20s, yeah, that's...
God darn.
22.
Okay, then that's well. I'll just take my gift of the present and get another round, and I'll do my crossbow. Crossbow.
Fuck yes.
Saya, steal that kill like you always do. Oh.
That's 24 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit. Sage. Bless you.
With 10 damage.
Okay.
The life of
Now-
a tank.
My extra attack.
All right, go for it.
18 to hit.
That will not hit. Your bolt will shatter away. And guess what, Kara? We at you.
It's my turn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby. Excellent. All right, first things first. We are going to use our action to attack. And, that's going to be a 14. Boo. Ooh, but that will be a 22.
That one will hit.
And then we will use a bonus action to attack.
Okay, take 13 fire damage.
Okay, and that one was a natural 20.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Oh, right. So I'm going to need...
The chat's yelling, kill it, kill it, kill it. Whose side are you on?
Ours.
Wow, rude.
2, 3. Ooh, yeah, 3d8s and 3d6s.
Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds really nice. Good, I love it.
Ooh, look at all these numbers.
Yeah, I
Oh
want
my
it.
God.
Give it to me.
10, 20, 24, 36. Actually, sorry, because I'm raging, 40, actually.
How do you want to kill this Green Knight?
Yeah! Fuck him up! All right.
But
Yeah.
how?
Oh, yeah, so first she, because he's still on the horse, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, so first she uses her sword to cleave through all 4 of the horse's legs. The
Ooh.
horse plops down on the ground and thumps, and then she swings her sword up and she bashes him right through the back
Oh,
and
God.
plunges her sword right down his spine.
Oh, God, yeah. And just in this spray of blood, just red now staining the green, this horse and the rider topple down. And the crowd is just awe-struck, in silence as this happens. And you begin to see something very strange happen to this knight. The color begins to recede from him. So it's like the green is just being swept away, almost wiped away as if wiped off with water. And this normal, brown horse and rider dressed in this plate armor is lying before you on the ground, kind of choking up blood in the final death throes. You see he tries to reach up and moves his visor, and there's this
Fucking knew it.
this man. He's maybe in his late 40s, 50s, kind of a graying reddish beard. And he's looking around wildly, blinking as, he's dying. And you see the necklace has thrown off to the ground in this process. And the bright green of the emerald is flickering out until it becomes a very dull greenish stone. And he's choking out, and he's trying to say something.
Remember when I wanted to remove curse? Remember?
I take the amulet I rip it off of him, and then she kicks him onto the ground and spits on his face because fuck him, he's a cheater.
Yeah. All right. And as you do so,
and she turns around to the crowd and to the Tsarina and holds up her arms with the amulet and is ah!
Yeah, you do. While this is happening, Saye, you're close. You're 30 feet away. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you hear anything before he gets curb stomped.
You hear 60 feet back.
I hear him gurgling, and I listen in with a. Where the fuck is? Oh, perception. 21.
Oh shit. Yeah, you can hear the bubbles. He's Jelenith. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
She clocks it, but then turns to Tsarina as well. As Kara is screaming, she screams along, "Were you entertained, madam?"
Oh my God. I will go ahead and say Jelenith is a name that you all have heard several times.
Yeah, we know she's one of the duchesses, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She was looking for the champion, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's right. That's why I didn't want to be your champion.
Yeah, and you turn towards her, and everyone is like silent as like you're holding it up and you're looking at the Tsarina. You're making direct eye contact with her, and her icy eyes turn towards you, and she stands up, and like the hand that she was holding back to like hold off her guards, she moves it to her other hand and begins a slow clap.
Oh, okay.
The most menacing, but that's what it is. It's like it's that moment, like the crowd is like, "Oh shit," and then clapping, and everybody's like, "Okay," and like begins to clap and cheer for all of you as this happens. And she holds up that hand for silence once again. Come forward.
Kara saunters forward.
Mm-hmm. You represent the Sisters of Sorrow, do you not?
I sure do. And she bows.
You and your companions have done well. I thank you for eliminating this traitor from our midst. I apologize for any undue grievance this has caused you. The person responsible will be punished. And she turns her eyes over towards one of those 7 chairs that are aligned with her. And Jelenith is currently trying to look very small, like in her chair. Very small. As this happens. I commend you and pronounce this joust over. The Sisters of Sorrow have won the day. And
all right.
I want to do a perception check on her.
Sure. Like an insight check, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm full of so many things right now. I'm full of so many emotions. Ooh, that's not so bad. Insight would be an non-natural 20.
Okay. This woman has trained her whole life to reveal only what she wishes you to know. Mm-hmm. She is a portrait of grace and power. You can get no other read from her.
Now I'm a little into her.
I don't know. The fact that she's
Kara immediately
utilizing her training. Like
Kara's into power. It's sexy.
Reading nothing can say a lot as well, right?
Sure.
Arnadel's thinking.
Yeah, you have determined that this person, this woman in front of you, is way more skilled in the social game than you could. She's got
Arnadel's
centuries on you.
She's not skilled at you guys all know that.
Yeah. And so as she does so, she actually turns to one of her guards, and they step forward, and they are bearing a box, about like a foot by foot or so. It's like a red mahogany box, and they hand it down to the man now who is waving the flags, who this whole time is just like backed up against like the wood, like, okay. And he goes, in this unexpected turn of events, the joust has concluded early. We pronounce the Sisters of Sorrow the heroes of the day. And everybody's like, yeah! they're sort of like, fuck it, okay! And begins
Kara's
to,
like, and Kara like football spikes the amulet into the ground, and it's like running around.
She's like jumping up and down, fists are pumping, she's loving this moment. It's like everything she's dreamed of.
Yeah.
She runs over to you, and we're like holding hands and jumping and
Oh
yelling.
yeah, exactly. Like bump chests and like embrace.
Arnadell is holding a finger up, wagging
I
it.
am very, very skeptical. I will detect magic glance at that mahogany box that they're bringing over.
Sure. Yeah, you can definitely tell that there is something magical inside this box.
Usually I'm able to also determine what kind of magic.
It is, it's goldish, so artifact, and then it's also blue for enchantment.
Okay. I don't.
Mhm.
I mean, you guys. I'm like, I don't want anybody to touch that box.
Kara's like, we won!
Yeah, well, the guy with the flag walks forward, and he's intending to bestow it. It is clearly like the gift for the Witch. So he's looking at all of you, sort of like.
Yeah, Kara eventually runs over to like accept it
Okay.
and open it.
Yeah. All right.
I'm by your side.
Yeah.
Just watching. I'm like, okay, let's see how this plays out.
As you open up this box, you undo the latch, and the box itself is very beautiful and valuable already. As you open it up, you see that inside, the sun glints across the object that's in there. It looks like 2 pieces of stained glass that are interspersed with a bunch of different colors, like they look like butterfly wings that have been intricately made out of stained glass and then framed in gold. And they are lying gently upon like a velvet sheen in the box. It is you as a dwarf, Karik, the craftsmanship on this is it's unreal. It's incredible.
Yeah, Kara is absolutely marveling at it and like goes to like nudge her hand in very gently underneath it to touch it and kind of like pick it up and bring it closer to her face to inspect it.
Yeah, they hum with power, and as you do so, you feel they begin to grow very, very heavy in your hands, and suddenly the glass like transforms from the small like foot by foot pair of wings to a full-sized pair of wings that have like handles on them, so like you could strap on and fly. And they transform from glass into like fairy wings. So these are a pair of fairy wings.
My God.
I look over at Sai and I'm like,
yeah, Kara immediately hands them to Sai.
Just looking like this, dumbfounded, like, oh my God.
And the Tsarina is watching you all as you are doing this. And you see, you don't even notice, Valerius has like come up behind all of you all and kind of like started to usher you like away. And he steps forward and like does like a courtly, very formal bow and begins to recite like this long litany of thank yous that you feel like might be like proper procedure you would learn for like being gracious and thanking the Tsarina.
Go tell her thank you in your way.
Okay. I do all the I copy everything Valerius is doing as well, and then I do my little bow.
Yeah. And she holds up a hand again for silence since everybody's cheering. And well, let us go on with our business, shall we? I consider this vent formally concluded. And she stands and she leaves, and everybody sits and waits for her to go. Okay. And then waits for the other 7 to go. And then people start filtering, like, out of the joust here. And you see that Kristoph is exactly where you left him. Aaron is kind of by his side, like, sort of, like, slapping his face, like, and Gidget has also run over at this point. And you see she's, like, feeding a potion to Kristoph.
I'll go over and help her and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah, he looks messed up. And he's gonna need some, like, a healing check or something. He's got a piece of, like, wood through his arm. And now the lance is no longer green. It has turned to dark wood. You see now that these same clerics who wheeled off that first body have now brought the cart back off and are loading this knight into there. Actually, go ahead and give me perception checks, everybody.
I suck at these. I got a 9.
Ooh, a 22.
Got a 14.
Okay, so Saye and Kara, people are moving around, filtering back and forth at this point. But you see that the Tsarina actually like paused kind of at the top of her steps there, and she had pointed a finger like down towards the field and like done like a come hither gesture, and the green amulet had flown off of the ground and into her hands before she left the field.
After seeing that, I'd face everyone in the group and tell them, at least as hushedly to a group of people as I can, that as he was dying, I'm pretty sure he was saying Joletta's name and apologizing to her.
Oh, she's dead.
What, the knight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, she's gonna fucking get it.
Well,
I guess, or
Valerius is like,
Anybody remember the read that we got on Jelena from the party a couple weeks ago?
I don't remember who talked to her.
Was she the bitchy one who was really into her kids?
No,
that was the woman who's Duchess Rowan.
yeah.
I didn't talk to Jelena. I
don't think anybody
Kara-
talked to Jelenith.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I don't
somebody-
think so.
You just heard the rumor that that's what she wanted. Nobody has actually spoken to Jelenith. What you know of her, that she is like one of the newer dukes and duchesses. She is actually the one who took over the position the Tsarina had before stepping up to the rank of Tsarina. She's the one who's in charge of the plateau of Endora, which is where you also went through the trial and where the
lesbian, right?
Yes. Well, that's the rumor. That's the
rumor. And then
Kara spoke to Jelena's girlfriend, didn't you? Or wasn't there like some other, the Tsarina's cousin that wanted to go against?
That is the cousin. Yeah.
Somebody did talk to her. It wasn't me.
No, I think it's just all been rumor gathering, and so she's the one. She's supposed to be like the sacred maiden or whatever. So she's supposed to remain like unmarried
still
and
virgin.
yeah, exactly. But the rumor is that she keeps these like harems of women that she sleeps with, and like who knows? She's got her own thing going on, and yeah, she very much wanted a champion to win the tournament for her to embarrass the Tsarina. Well, it looks like you all have foiled that. And as this is happening, and you're kind of like dragging now Kristoph like back to the box and trying to get this all situated, a figure comes running towards you from across the field, and you recognize Ravain stepping forward. And he kind of checks in with all of you. He's like, how is he? Like looking over at Kristoph.
He's alive.
Have you guys talked to Ravain before I got back? Because the last taste in my mouth is he's a piece of fucking shit.
No,
And so
Ravain
he's
is awesome.
cool.
No, Ravain is cool.
Not
Ravain-
Rowan. Again, our names? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
Wait, Ravain?
Ravain is the Duke of North Point. He's the soldier one. He's not married.
He's not the. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, the R.
That's
The R.
Rowan.
Rowan
Okay.
was the one with the demon contract. I'm sorry, our names,
Got it,
and
okay.
then I don't know why.
And then Rana, and then there's so many.
I know. I have a problem.
Okay, sorry.
No,
Um,
so the plan is that Ravain is going to assemble some forces and help us get to where the Drow are
Got
to
it.
hopefully try and figure out what the fuck's going on and find a way to foil their plan.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so he's totally a homie. Sorry.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
He's the
You
one.
see like a split second of
I-
Arnold's face
I
crunch up.
saved his
He's like,
life
oh,
when
okay.
he was super drunk, and I
Yeah.
killed
Got
an
it.
assassin.
Okay, thank you for placement. That was
Yeah.
so long ago.
He's the one who's like super in love with the Tsarina.
Oh, okay.
That's what he drunkenly told Kara. He's like, I just wish we could be together. But she's married. It's so drama. Anyway, the theme of this arc is so drama. If you all haven't. So Ravain, yeah, he's looking at Kristoph and asking like, how is he all right? And Kristoph kind of makes like a like coughing sound. Okay. Well, thank you for doing that. I'm sorry I couldn't interfere. That Tsarina, she didn't want us to. I think she was trying to get a read on what all of you would do.
Saye just told us that was the champion for Jelenith. That's crazy, right?
Not as crazy as you might think. Jelenith and her cousin, she's young and has a lot of interesting ideas. But that is no matter. With the joust done, apparently 2 days early, I think we can probably start
let's
things
get our
moving.
shit. Let's go.
I've reached out to my contacts, but I mean the mercenary bands are not going to be ready by the time we arrive up there. But we can get ahead of them, and I've spoken to my second in command. All is well, currently at the keep. So we will be meeting Sathras, and he will be briefing us on the situation when we arrive. But if you can get yourselves together, we can get there by teleportation circle this evening.
All right. Absolutely.
Let's do it.
And Ravane like kind of turns and looks at you. Arnadel is like, I'm sorry, have we met? And he like smiles and like holds out a hand to you.
She smiles graciously and she. Wait a second. Brittany's asking, have they met?
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't think they did. Okay. I'm trying to remember. I don't think they did. I think if you saved his ass in the garden. Yeah, I was.
He's introducing himself, then probably not.
All right, fair enough. I mean, he was drunk at the party. I don't know. Arnadel was also drunk and very much with Aaron, so she doesn't see much other than that, except for like important shit that's mission relevant. So she turns and smiles dazzling. She's like, "Oh, it's very nice to meet you too."
He kisses your hand. It's very debonair.
Is he cute?
Oh
He's
yeah.
handsome.
Okay. She's okay. Side note: Arnadel's not used to people flirting with her. Her heart belongs to Aaron, but this is new territory. She's like, "What is this that I am feeling? It is attention from an attractive man. I don't like the mechanical part of her.
Yeah, like
I don't
this
know
sort that goes.
Yeah, so she gets like she blushes and she's like, "Oh," and just like giggles a little bit. She's like, "It's nice to meet you too."
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Arnadel. Arnadel, it's Arnadel.
Pleasure to meet you.
Sorry, what's your name? She's like very loud. What is your name?
You can call me Ravane.
It's nice to meet you. She tries to compose herself and she just kind of like she like her hand is like this and his hand, right? So she just kind of like pats the top of his hand and it's like, all right, thank you.
Yeah, Aaron is standing in the back like like looking at like Saye, Farah, and Kara like
No, she's gonna turn and look at him too. She's gonna be like, what just happened?
Kara is trying really hard not to laugh.
Farah looks mortified by proxy.
Welcome,
she's like, oh god.
Farah, welcome to the realm of Arnadel having
as Aaron.
Yeah, this is what happens in social interactions that she's not.
And so he like politely like nods and takes his hand out of your.
Did she just out awkward him?
Yeah, no, he is very courteous. And Ravane has been in 1,000,001 social situations. He's got a little bit of that, the Tsarina courtliness extends to all.
That's what I mean. Like, did it throw his fucking game off?
No, he's met all kinds of people.
Oh, many other people.
Yeah, and so he turns to all of you. Well, I have a few more things to take care of, but if you can meet me with everything you're bringing at my quarters this evening, we can get this started. Sounds like we've got an invasion to stop.
All right.
Night. Can do.
Yeah, and he nods to all of you and makes himself scarce. So, all of you are left here now. Kristoph is alive, barely. And eventually, like, Isolde shows up. She's running over there and she's like dressed to the nines, so she's clearly been like somewhere off on that other noble side of the booth. And she gets to Kristoph and like just like pats his face and like instantly he like gasps as she kind of like pulls the stick out. She's got a lot of cleric juice she's throwing at him, so he's gonna be okay. But with that,
Oh, she's way better at that than me.
they're all pretty high level. But with that, we're gonna call it because we got a lot of stuff to do in the morning. Yay! Thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Venture Maidens. I'm so glad everybody's alive. Had some drama. Had some bonding. Yeah. It was great. But yeah, I have been your dungeon master, Celeste Conowitch.
I've been your Moon Elf Warlock, Arna Delasil, played by Brittany Quintero. Think about that.
Yep.
It's always a lot.
I am Katie. I have been your tiefling sorceress who's about to be Hitch for Arnadelle, whether she wants it or not.
Wait, what?
You're about to get Hitch, like the movie, Will Smith.
Hitch?
Yeah.
Oh, but
Oh.
Arnadale's already with someone, though.
I don't know
Hitch?
that.
I don't understand what's happening.
Oh, I guess
What?
Farrah doesn't
I've never
know.
seen the movie reference.
Farrah's trying to set you up.
With Ravane?
I don't know you. I don't know that.
It's fucking payback for all of the many times that Arnadelle's
Trying to set up.
set up Saya with people and freaking actually straight up Saya. You're like my passion project.
Let's find Saya love.
Charity case.
No,
Oh
it's just
my
she loves you and she wants you to be loved and see you love.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
well, apparently I was your lonely as hell monk, Sayanor, played by the scene.
And
Let's forget the awesome victory we shared.
yeah, right.
Mood, big mood. Snap, snap.
And I'm your brazen barbarian, Cara Brynhilde, played by Sage.
Yay! All right, folks. Well, we will be back next time. I will have come back from Gen Con, and I will be so tight. Katie and I will be at Gen Con for anybody watching there, so check us out, hang out. Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks, and that time we will have a special guest. Some of you might know him, a man named Dan Dillon, who is one of the lead designers for Dungeons and Dragons, Wizards of the Coast. He designs with Cobalt Press. He will be our next guest, featured in this episode for realsies next time. Yeah, so everybody, thank you for stopping by, and until next time, venture away!
Yay!
Venture away, everybody. Stopping, pineapple.
Thick.
Stop it.
Stopping, stop. Oh.